It's the middle of summer, and we're in Ibiza. The island's biggest clubs, filled with party people from all over the world, are just a few miles away.
We're going to close the eyes, vamos a cerrar los ojos y vamos a visualizar un gran rayo de luz. This rayo of light going from our heart just bring love, light, harmony and hopes y esperanzas.
Contrary to popular belief, this is not a sect. It's a hippie ceremony with prayers, meditation and music. It has been organised by 3 islanders: Alok from Spain, his partner Morel, a former Dutch supermodel, and Jean-Michel, a Swiss musician. They first discovered Ibiza back in the 70s and 80s, when the hippie movement was in full swing, and they decided to move here. They launched this ceremony 21 years ago.
Human being.
We're not really busy with the tourists. We do this because even if no one was here, we would do it anyway, because this is our way of life. It's not a show that we're putting on, but we see that more and more people are becoming intelligent in this world. More and more people are realizing that religions and political ideas are leading to nowhere, and people are looking for deeper meaning.
And then we say aho.
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 Yeah.
Thank you, brothers.
That's what we say. Oi. Yeah.
More than 60 years later, the hippie generation is still standing strong.
As our great prophet Bob Marley said, everything's going to be all right. And that is really true. That's the only thing we need to remember. Everything's going to be all right.
After the ceremony, the party begins. Electro music plays, but the decor has a 70s feel to it. Far from the popular club scene, this hippie celebration represents an unfamiliar and often underappreciated side of the island. Ibiza is an island of 2 faces. On the one side, it's a small Mediterranean island known for its rural hilly landscapes, its secluded coves and its beaches with clear turquoise waters. On the other hand, it's a legendary destination for clubbers from all over the world, an island of pure luxury and excess, a billionaire's paradise. Situated just off the coast of Spain, this small Balearic island attracts almost 3 million tourists every summer. But hardly anyone has seen all the different facets of this extraordinary island. Ibiza is an iconic spot for superstar DJs. Bob Sinclair has been mixing here for 20 years. But even today, he still feels the pressure. Every night, he has to fill the club.
Sur l'île, il y a quand même beaucoup de concurrence. Tous les plus grands DJ du monde sont là, les plus grosses soirées. Il y a des clubs qui contiennent 8000 personnes.
But the island is also home to a few rebels. Ismail is 28 years old. He lives inside a cave, hidden away like the original hippies.
This is the place more for winter. I have another cave more fresh for a summer.
Ibiza also has a sulphurous reputation. Here, any drug imaginable can be purchased for parties. And over the last 2 years, this new pink powder has been a popular choice.
ils appellent ça la coque du riche. Ça vaut très cher. Ça s'est vendu 150 € le gramme.
Angel runs the island's emergency ambulance service. For this paramedic, each summer brings the same challenge, avoiding tragedy.
Come on. Come on. How do you feel? Do you feel okay? Can you open your eyes?
72-year-old Pascal is a survivor. He has seen everything Ibiza has to offer, all the parties and all the excess. Today he lives in one of the island's forgotten valleys, like a hermit, without running water or electricity.
J'ai accédé au bonheur absolu. Et j'ai l'impression que c'est pour toujours.
Welcome to the island of two faces, a clubber's paradise and a legendary destination where the last remaining hippies live hidden away from the rest of the world. In the countryside, a few miles outside of Ibiza town, lies a secluded villa. It belongs to one of the island's biggest stars, the famous French DJ, Bob Sinclair. Over the course of his 25-year career, he has spent more than 20 summers DJing on the island. He even bought himself this house, which serves as his headquarters, although he hardly has any time to enjoy it.
Tout l'été, je reste là, à Ibiza, pendant 4 mois, ici. Et ensuite, je voyage d'ici partout en Europe, voilà. Tous les jours, j'ai une date, 40 dates d'affilée l'été. Voilà.
40 dates en plus d'Ibiza.
Ouais, tous les jours. Je travaille quasiment tous les jours, juillet, août.
Et Ibiza, alors?
Venir ici, c'est un peu comme le Graal. C'est que tu viens, c'est la Mecque des DJ. C'est quand tu viens là, tu dis, bon, c'est bon. C'est bon. Ma carrière est faite, je peux mourir en paix. Tout ce qui se passe après, c'est pas important. Mais sauf que tu as envie de revenir chaque année.
To continue composing during the summer months, Bob Sinclair has moved down to the basement into a 10 square metre studio.
J'ai pas encore construit le studio comme je l'ai à Paris, mais j'ai tu vois, c'est assez mat. Il faut que ça soit mat, pas qu'il y ait de résonance pour les ingénieurs du son. Et puis je te dis, non, un petit bureau. J'essaie de mettre un peu de déco, tu vois, rien de spécial. Là, c'est surtout de la création de son. Tu vois, et même, j'ai des... tu sais, avec Internet, aujourd'hui, tu peux faire chanter quelqu'un à New York, recevoir les voix ici. Tu peux faire ton projet définitif. Aujourd'hui, avec un ordinateur et 2 enceintes, c'est incroyable.
He is currently using this studio to work on the demos for his new songs. He hopes to create another hit like the one that made him a famous millionaire in 2006. Love Generation.
C'est mon plus gros tube, 2 millions de singles qu'on a vendus à travers le monde. Et c'est une énergie un peu spéciale aussi, une énergie de fête. Et pour moi, c'est une énergie de fin de set, de bien-être. Donc quand tu finis avec ça, même si t'as fait un set de merde avant, t'as gagné.
And on the same album, there were 2 more hits that turned Bob Sinclair into an overnight global sensation.
Ça, c'est quoi?
Ah, c'est quoi? Tu viens de naître ou quoi? Tube énorme, World Hold On, 2006. Alors dans l'album Western Dream, donc Love Generation, World Hold On, Rock This Party dans le même album. Pas mal, hein?
But despite all his fame and success, Bob Sinclair can never truly relax in Ibiza. For each of his shows, he has to attract more than 2,000 people to the club.
Je suis toujours inquiet, moi. J'appelle les clubs, est-ce qu'il va y avoir du monde? Alors j'ai des potes qui sont là, il y a un peu de monde, il y a la queue, tout ça. Donc je suis là, bah oui, c'est ma soirée, c'est la résidence, c'est Ibiza, c'est important. C'est une image qui résonne dans le monde entier.
His show is still a few hours away, but for this DJ, there's no time to sleep. He is going to promote tonight's party from behind the wheel of his favourite car, a Mini Mock.
Et là, c'est Brigitte Bardot, 1964, la madrague. J'en ai toujours rêvé. Et je l'ai fait complètement restaurer parce que j'aime bien les trucs vintage, moi. J'aime bien les meubles vintage, moi, la musique. J'ai toujours un petit côté de nostalgie. Même quand je fais de la musique, il y a toujours de la nostalgie. Donc ça, c'est les vraies vacances, tu vois.
Bob Sinclair has a meeting at one of Ibiza's most famous radio stations. The station plays electro music 24/7 and sets the standard for clubbers and DJs around the world.
Very typical Ibiza. It's like where most DJs that have played in Ibiza play here. We've had like lots of good DJs come and play.
So Bob Sinclair is a famous DJ here in Ibiza?
I think some people know him.
What did you say? A legend.
Legend.
In your language,
There's
right?
nobody else like him. Nobody else like him.
Is that she lovely with me?
Very romantic. Ready?
Yeah.
Bob Sinclair is going to mix for an hour on his own in the studio. The set is filmed and streamed live on the internet. It's a great opportunity to promote tonight's event.
Ibiza of the season.
Yeah.
So if you're in Ibiza, don't miss out and get yourselves down there.
Yeah, you have to come tonight, you know, to celebrate. And thank you, Ibiza. Thanks for your support. I love you, Ibiza.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. That's it from us tonight.
Bob Sinclair has to attract at least 2,000 people to fill the club that he is playing at tonight. So he will have to bring his A game. In Ibiza, nightclubs and electro music are not just a hobby. They are part of a serious industry that keeps the whole island afloat. Billboards advertising yogurts or mobile phones are nowhere to be seen. Here they sell nothing but parties, parties, and more parties. The faces of the most famous DJs on the planet appear on these billboards. The clubs use them to charge premium prices. Every summer, Ibiza turns into the global capital for clubbing, attracting almost 3 million tourists. In high season, it is estimated that a new plane lands at the island's airport every 6 minutes. The promise of never-ending parties and nights out has drawn these 4 French women to the island. Chloe, Camille, Liz and Alex. It's their first time in Ibiza. Originally from the southwest of France, they quickly discover how the girls in Ibiza dress up for a night out in the club.
Magnifique.
And they are a little skeptical.
C'est plutôt dénudé et
Nous on fait vachement attention à ce que ça soit pas trop décolleté.
on choisit, c'est soit c'est court, soit c'est décolleté. Et c'est pas les deux en même temps chez nous. Et ici c'est.
Elles ont tout.
C'est tout.
Elles ont rien. En fait, elles ont rien.
Here, no outfit is too crazy for the clubs. Fluorescent pink cowboy boots, Mad Max-style sunglasses, glittery shorts, and the ultimate accessory, a Native American-style headdress in XXL.
C'est discret, hein.
Elle va arriver au bureau comme ça. Non.
Allez, c'est parti, on y va.
Tu veux sortir un peu?
Bien sûr, je suis hyper à l'aise. C'est une tenue assez originale.
Derrière, ça fait bizarre quand même.
Ouais, non, le derrière, c'est pas très joli.
Est-ce que quand on est une chic, on est bizarre, on a envie de porter des tenues un peu...
Bah, totalement, jamais de la vie, je me trimberais avec une coiffe indienne sur la tête, non, ça c'est clair. Ici, on a envie, on a vraiment envie de profiter, de jouer le jeu à fond, de s'éclater, hein, en fait, de faire ce qu'on veut et d'être dans le thème, je pense.
But as eccentric as these outfits are, these girls have seen nothing yet. This afternoon, they are going to discover one of the wildest parties on the island. The dress code is a little unusual, just like the place, an abandoned zoo. For the first time, the 4 French girls get a taste of Ibiza's unique party atmosphere.
Ça sent bon, ça sent bon.
The looks sported by the English tourists are also quite a sight to see. The party starts in the afternoon and is organised like a real show. While the clubbers start to get excited, the performers are getting ready backstage. Charlène is one of this evening's star dancers.
So this is the zoo, where we just came from was the entrance. We're actually into the backstage area. So you have the dressing room.
Charlène is from the Netherlands. She used to be a professional ballet dancer. Her colleagues are professional performers as well. They're comedians and acrobats, entertainers from all over the world. It is up to them to make tonight's party a success. Every week they dress up and perform as some of the zoo's scariest animals.
Getting ready. This is my tail. The wolf woman. Ow, 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 ow!
Wow!
Charlène is not dressing up as an animal. She is playing the zookeeper, an S&M style zookeeper with a miniskirt, high heels and a whip.
So I'm going to start my first round in the zoo with my first outfit. Last minute corrections and everything, and saying hello to the visitors, playing around with my colleagues, and just follow me and then I'll show you.
The party is set up as a live-action role-playing game which takes place amongst the clubbers.
C'est vraiment bien. Non, vraiment top. Les danseurs sont ouf, les costumes sont dingues, la musique est géniale. Vraiment, et puis l'ambiance est ouf, quoi.
The tourists are invited to party like never before. This is what has given Ibiza its reputation as a Disneyland for adults. The party started in the afternoon and will last all night. The four French girls are completely captivated. Here, even flirting becomes a slightly surreal experience.
Est-ce qu'il y a des différences avec la France?
Ah oui, complètement, oui.
Ouais, déjà les tenues, on sort pas comme ça dans Bordeaux. Non. Déjà, parce que là, c'est pas la même histoire.
Et on ne se fait pas embrouiller, enfin, il n'y a pas d'embrouille, il n'y a pas de prise de tête, tout est simple, tout est cool, tout est relax.
Charlène, the former ballet dancer, will keep the show going until the end of the night. She has been performing in clubs in Ibiza for 3 years, and she doesn't intend to leave anytime soon.
Got a little jumper. It's in the top 3 of the most magical and magnetic places on this planet. You know, so you really can feel as soon as you land, you're like, wow. You see it in the people, everybody's beautiful, everybody is somebody and has something to give. So, yeah, that's who we thought to be.
After 7 hours of non-stop partying, the girls decide to leave. A French tourist who was flirting with Liz manages to get her phone number.
Je t'envoie le truc. Et voilà.
On se tient au jus.
But even Ibiza's magic has its limits. Far from the clubs, parties and tourists, there is a wilder and commercially unknown side of Ibiza. Deep within the natural world, the last remaining island rebels live hidden from the rest of society. Ismael is 28 years old. He was born in Ibiza. He has agreed to take us to the place where he lives, but we have to be quick.
I don't like the people to see me in this way because this is the way to go my home.
No one is allowed to know the exact location of his home. Ismael lives like the first hippies who came to the island in the 70s, in a cave on a cliffside, 200 meters above sea level. He lives here all year round.
Aquí está el fuego para calentar.
So here you cook your food?
Only in winter, because in summer is very difficult because fire in the forest is. In the summer is good. The gas, oxygen. Ah, yeah. Okay. The mattress. Yeah.
Ismael's bedroom is at the back of the cave.
I have my window.
Since how long have you been living here?
From 16, I have 28.
12 years?
12 years. But this is the place more for winter. I have another cave more fresh for a summer.
Ismael lost his parents when he was just a teenager. This more primitive lifestyle was introduced to him by an older hippie who lived in a cave slightly high up the mountain and who shared his beliefs with him.
Ibiza is a very important place in the world. Not for the fashion history, the glamour, not for this. For this.
This is Es Vedra, a small rocky island just off the coast of Ibiza. Many of the inhabitants believe that it has magical powers.
This stone is very magnetic. Everybody have attraction from this place. People think in Ibiza, I have to go Ibiza because many party, a lot of party. No, real, your soul know why have to come Ibiza. Because this stone can have the power to clean, to renovate every soul.
Just below Ismael, at the bottom of the cliff, lies the other Ibiza, with its jet skis, luxury yachts and girls in bikinis.
You say that sometimes you bring some girlfriends here?
Yes, why not? Yes, I bring some girlfriends here and I show the mystical magic island, the other side of Ibiza.
But they accept to come with you here?
Yes, why not? Because it is in the same frequency with me. I don't bring here girls, model or fashion, no. I bring here hippie women, want to open the mind, want to understand what's happening. And after I meditate with she.
Ismael receives €300 of social security benefits each month. It's enough for him to get by. He even has a phone that he charges using a solar battery.
It works?
Yes.
So you charge your phone in your cave?
Yes. When I have battery, I like the music. I like, to some contact.
Finding drinking water is a little more complicated. Ismael has to walk for 20 minutes to reach a traditional well that only he and the Ibicenco people, the local indigenous people, know about. It is one of the island's oldest springs, And in the last 12 years,
Mosquito.
he has never been ill.
This water have more minerals, can give more vitamin, mineral for your system immunity, no? System immune, and after you no sick.
At present, there are approximately a dozen islanders like Ismail who permanently live in secret inside the island's caves, far from the commercial madness. Angel is a paramedic. He has been running the island's emergency ambulance service for 20 years. He has just received a call. An English tourist has passed out at a party.
Buenas. ¿Sabes llamada aquí? What's happened?
I think he's unconscious in the...
Unconscious? Sorry.
The incident took place at a party held around a hotel pool. The patient has been taken to the infirmary. He is on oxygen.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hello, how are you?
The patient reacts to the pain. Angel checks his reflexes.
Hello. Hello. How are you? Hello, how are you?
The young man opens his eyes, but he is not responding. Angel decides to transport him to the hospital as quickly as possible.
Mi amor, how do you feel? Do you feel okay? Can you open your eyes? Yeah. Mi amor, how are you?
The young man's loss of consciousness has been caused by a combination of drugs and anxiolytics. He passed out only a few hours after landing in Ibiza.
It's very stressed, and then for that he take a lot of milligrams of Valium before the plane. And then he came in here to Ibiza, and then he take GHB.
It's a very common drug here in Ibiza.
GHB, yes, it's a common drug.
Is it dangerous, like drug?
Yeah, it's dangerous because if you mix with another drugs or another medicines, then he can fall down and collapse, like in this boy.
Over the last few years, GHB, also known as the date rape drug, has been increasingly used as a recreational drug by clubbers. This young man's condition is shocking, but for Angel, it's a normal occurrence in summer in Ibiza.
El porcentaje de asistencias por consumo de tóxicos en determinados días puede ser el 50-60%.
To be a sun doctor in Ibiza, you have to be specialist of drugs.
Sí, es algo que nos formamos, además muy específicamente, ¿no? A veces incluso pues compañeros de otros lugares nos llaman para preguntarnos o incluso damos formación al respecto, precisamente porque tenemos ya no solo la formación sino la experiencia de poder intervenir diariamente con pacientes con este tipo de patologías.
The young man is already feeling better by the time they arrive at the hospital. Angel is not too worried. After all these years, he has learned to keep everything in perspective.
Going to sleep, but perhaps in a few hours he go out.
To party?
Yeah, I think so, because all the friends is waiting him there. Yeah, I think so.
There are currently no official statistics available on drug use in Ibiza, but one thing is for sure. Every summer, the island transforms into a huge drug market. We managed to locate one of the main dealers on the island. He is originally from France. He has agreed to talk to us about the inner workings of his drug business.
Je vais te dire oui. Après, pas tout le matin, faire plutôt l'après-midi. Faut absolument pas qu'on me connaisse, quoi.
Fabrice has been working in Ibiza for 10 years. He has brought samples of all the different drugs that he sells to tourists at parties with him.
J'ai à peu près tous les produits qui se vendent au niveau narcotique. Ouais. Là, j'ai de la MDMA. C'est 1 gramme et c'est vendu 50 €. J'ai des extas, ça c'est des ecstasy. C'est ceux qui veulent danser, ils vont prendre plutôt ça et ça.
Et ça permet de danser toute la nuit?
Ouais, ils vont danser toute la nuit. Et souvent, en rentrant, les gens, ils ont besoin d'un petit peu de shit pour redescendre.
Ça veut dire que dans une même soirée, ceux qui prennent des drogues vont en prendre plusieurs.
Il y en a qui prennent tout.
En une soirée?
Ah, bien sûr, bien sûr.
This small bottle is full of GHB, which is becoming increasingly popular amongst clubbers. This is the drug that caused the English tourist to pass out.
Le GHB, ils appelaient ça avant la drogue du violeur. Mais les gens les utilisent maintenant comme drogue récréative, parce qu'ils ont réussi un peu à dompter, ils savaient exactement quelle dose faut prendre. Alors les femmes, elles adorent ça, plus que les hommes.
Pourquoi?
Ça les rend super chaudes.
This strange neon pink powder has recently arrived on the scene. It's a chemical drug that causes euphoria and hallucinations.
C'est du tout civi. Alors ils appellent ça la coke du riche. Ça vaut très cher. Ça s'est vendu 150 € le gramme. Et jusqu'à 200 €.
Qu'est-ce que vous vendez le plus?
Franchement, la star, c'est la cocaïne. C'est la cocaïne. Et avant, je faisais que la cocaïne, mais le problème, c'est que maintenant que tout le monde veut un peu de tout, si vous manquez un ou deux produits et que votre concurrent est là, il va aller tout acheter là-bas. Donc vous êtes obligé de tout avoir.
During the 4 summer months, Fabrice works non-stop, 7 days a week, 24/7. In 10 years, he has never been caught, but he knows that he risks up to 8 years in prison for drug trafficking.
Moi, je vis très 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 bien et là, cette année, c'est vrai que j'ai vraiment explosé et j'ai fait faire 20 000 € et ce mois-ci, j'ai levé le pied là parce que j'avais fait 25 000 et là, je me suis dit, je mérite un peu de vacances, mais j'aurais pu arriver à 30 000 si j'avais continué à fond. Ouais.
En gros, ça fait combien par an de revenus?
Cette année, je pense que j'ai dû faire 120 000 € cette année.
La drogue, ça fait partie d'Ibiza?
Oui, ça fait entièrement partie d'Ibiza.
During the summer, several hopeful professionals come to try their luck in Ibiza. Every morning, Jonathan paces up and down the marina in search of a suitable target, a luxury yacht owner.
Excusez-moi, do you speak French? Vous parlez français? Ah, super, formidable. À tout hasard, dans le plus grand des hasards, vous, ici, vous cherchez pas peut-être pour une partie, quand vous sortez en mer, un DJ, un disque jockey?
Pas spécialement.
Vous cherchez pas des DJ pour des fois quand vous sortez en mer, pour des moments un peu plus...
C'est un bateau famille, pas soirée.
Jonathan is a hospital porter from Biarritz. However, his true passion is music. He is an amateur DJ. This summer, he would like to make a name for himself in Ibiza. But for now, his only chance to DJ is in a bar situated a few meters from the beach. His boss has granted him 2 hours of mixing time in the afternoon. Unfortunately, at that hour, the bar is almost empty, and the acoustics leave a lot to be desired.
J'arrive pas à bien caler. Le son c'est comme ça, c'est horrible. C'est le son.
And of course, the salary is just as bad.
Je suis payé en cacahuètes. Non, là, je suis payé en fait, ils savent, quand tu mixes à Ibiza, dans les bars, ils savent très bien que c'est une plus-value, une valeur ajoutée pour le DJ qu'après tu vas mixer dans ton pays. Mais ici, bon, c'est la fête.
After 2 hours of mixing, Jonathan gladly welcomes a smile from a waitress and a free rum and coke.
Bon, on va prendre une petite pause, hein, une pause bien méritée.
Jonathan came to Ibiza on a whim. he hoped that he could earn money easily by mixing in some of the island's local bars.
Tu avais prévu combien d'argent pour ta semaine à Ibiza?
300 €. Ce qui est ridicule pour Ibiza. C'est 300 €, c'est pour une journée, quoi. Une journée et une soirée.
Summers in Ibiza are extremely expensive, so Jonathan has tried to be resourceful. He is renting a room for one of the residents in this building, far from the tourist areas.
C'est une chambre avec une décoration qui est ce qui est. On est sur l'hirondelle colorée, mais c'est très bien, c'est calme.
A 10 square metre bedroom, a mini fridge, and a communal bathroom shared with his other flatmates.
Là, il y a un couple d'Italiens et t'as un autre mec qui est là, ouais. Et le propriétaire, il dort plus ou moins dans le salon.
Et ça coûte combien?
80 € la nuit.
Ça fait pas en effet la vie DJ rêvée avec la magnifique chambre d'hôtel, les filles partout,
bah,
et le champagne dans
non, mais ça, c'est quoi? C'est une caste, c'est une certaine... c'est pas tout le monde. De toute façon, c'est les deux extrêmes, hein, Ibiza. C'est soit t'as les têtes d'affiche, les gros qui ont des cachets incroyables, et puis t'as les autres.
Jonathan has already spent all his savings. He has 3 days to find a bar that will pay him better, otherwise he will have to go back to France. Over the last few years, Ibiza has become one of the most expensive islands in the Mediterranean. With its overpriced hotels, champagne and luxury beach clubs, the clichés that have turned the island into a famous holiday destination all ring true. Little by little, money and mass tourism have chased almost all the hippies off the island. But we managed to locate one. Far from the crowded beaches, deep inside one of the island's forgotten valleys, in this rural and commercially unknown Ibiza. We meet Pascal. He is originally from France.
Yeah.
He lives in this old house, which he bought and renovated himself. Pascal is 72 years old. He first came to Ibiza almost 40 years ago.
Ça, c'est mon antre. C'est ma caverne d'Ali Baba. Oh, à la maison. On est dans une pièce de 5 mètres sur 4,30. Parfait.
Et c'est là où tu vis?
Ouais.
Pascal lives in this 20 meters squared room, surrounded by his books and the souvenirs from his travels. He has no running water or electricity. He lives like a hermit.
Je vis comme un prince. Un prince sans pouvoir, sans territoire et sans argent. Et un prince.
Tu es heureux?
Je me peins. J'ai accédé au bonheur absolu. Et j'ai l'impression que c'est pour toujours.
Pascal is one of the last original Ibizan hippies. Although the island has turned into a millionaire's paradise, he lives like a recluse. A few meters from his bedroom, he has built himself a shack that he uses as a kitchen. Inside, he has an oven and a fridge that run on gas. On the days they actually work, that is.
En été, ici, c'est dramatique.
A meagre existence for someone who considers themselves a survivor.
Il y a un grand problème, c'est que les gens d'Ibiza sont des gens extrêmement festifs, qui ont fait beaucoup d'abus. D'alcool, de drogue, de sexe, de nourriture. Et il n'y en a pas beaucoup à 72, 73 ans, vivre.
Looking at him now, it is difficult to imagine, but Pascal is actually the heir to a wealthy industrial family. Here he is in the 60s, a young man from a high-earning family, posing proudly for the camera.
J'ai 17-18 ans. Je fais des poses comme mannequin, non payé d'ailleurs, non rétribué, pour mon père de ses vêtements.
His father made his fortune in the textile industry. To please him, Pascal enrolled at Sciences Po, the Paris Institute of Political Studies, to study finance and economics.
À la gueule du petit pédé con, mon Dieu, comme je suis moche. Je suis bien mieux maintenant. Mais regarde cette gueule.
After 3 years at Sciences Po, everything fell apart. Pascal started to rebel. He embraced his homosexuality and discovered hallucinogens, such as LSD. In the middle of the 70s, he packed his bags and travelled to South America, Goa and Kathmandu before discovering Ibiza. In the 60s, Ibiza turned into the prime location for hippies from all over the world. Pascal immediately fell in love with the island and its freedoms and decided to settle there for good. He attended the craziest parties, like the one in this photo, where he can be seen wearing a cat mask.
J'avais quelques copains-copines. C'était les plus beaux, les plus dingues de l'époque. Tout était gratuit pour nous. Ah ben attends, j'étais habillé incroyable, j'ai dansé, je portais des masques. J'étais un des personnages connus de l'île. Oh! I love John Lennon.
Imagine there's no heaven.
Pascal lives in one of the remotest parts of the island. It is only accessible via small dirt tracks. The nearest village is a 20-minute car journey away, and that's only when his old Renault Kangoo actually starts.
Imagine all the people.
Elle a quel âge cette voiture?
Oh là, 18 ans, 240 000 kilomètres, une poubelle. Non, je l'adore, mais conflictuel.
Pascal neither has unemployment benefits nor a pension. He gets 800 euros of social security benefits a month, so he's sure to count every cent.
Je suis devenu minimaliste. J'achète l'essentiel. Là, j'ai 10 euros à gérer. C'est parfait. Donc les courses vont être réduites.
Pascal buys his fruits and vegetables individually.
Bon, c'est vrai que j'ai tendance à acheter plus ou moins les mêmes trucs. Il y a beaucoup de choses que je ne mange pas, en fait.
Par exemple?
Tout ça, là. Tout ça, quelle horreur. Les pizzas, tout ça. C'est ce qu'on appelle la malbouffe. Ah non, mais là, j'ai dépensé déjà beaucoup. Je crois que je vais acheter une bouteille de blanc. Bon, celui-là. 4,19, c'est quand même la moitié de mon budget. Ça, c'est mon luxe. IST.
9,71.
Bah, allez.
Despite his seemingly precarious living conditions, nothing in the world would persuade Pascal to leave his house and his plot of land. And here's why. "5 minutes from his house, Pascal has a secret." His own private pool. In reality, it's a reservoir that the local farmers use to water the valley plantations. The ultimate luxury, full of natural spring water.
C'est la meilleure piscine de l'île. Piscine naturelle, eau qui vient des Pyrénées. Cette eau vient des Pyrénées. dingue. Regarde. Mais regarde. Et la nuit, il n'y a pas une ampoule, il n'y a pas une lumière. Il n'y a pas une bagnole, il n'y a pas une moto.
A house with a pool in one of the last untouched and preserved corners of Ibiza. Despite his poverty, Pascal feels incredibly privileged.
Moi, je suis un prince dans la vie. Alors que les gens me prennent pour misérable. C'est le paradoxe, parce que tout est à l'envers, et moi je suis à l'endroit. Mon Dieu, être à l'endroit quand tout est à l'envers, c'est pas facile.
The following evening, we meet Jonathan again, the young DJ trying to make a name for himself in Ibiza. By dint of perseverance and nerve, he has managed to persuade a bar owner to hire him for the night.
J'ai eu un discours assez plus incisif. J'ai dit, je suis DJ, je fête mes 20 ans de mix, je viens chez toi pour mixer.
Ça a marché?
Ouais, ça a marché, ouais. C'est comme, voilà, je me dis, c'est comme pour les meilleurs boulots que j'ai eus, c'est pas en envoyant des CV et en attendant des réponses. Les meilleurs tafs que j'ai eus, c'est vraiment en y allant, en tirant la sonnette et puis voilà, en y allant, quoi.
And tonight, Jonathan isn't going to mix just anywhere.
Welcome home. Thank you very much.
He is going to DJ in one of the trendiest bars in Ibiza town. The owner, David, is French.
Voilà, guapa. Ça va bien?
Ouais, ça va.
Bon. David, ça va? Tu vas bien?
Passe une bonne journée.
Bah, super, impeccable. Merci.
It's an ideal location to make a career start in Ibiza.
Il y a pas mal de monde qui passe, il y a un vue sur le port, c'est génial, mais c'est le meilleur endroit. C'est un des meilleurs. Après, sans parler de discothèque, c'est le meilleur endroit.
Jonathan is going to mix here from 10 p.m. until 1 a.m. David, the owner, was charmed by his determination and decided to give him a shot.
Et les gens, lorsqu'ils veulent venir DJ, bah, ils viennent. C'est un rêve quelque part pour eux. Ils viennent à Ibiza, c'est Ibiza Town. C'est rue de la Paix au casino, au Monopoly.
C'est possible de commencer comme ça une carrière à Ibiza?
Ça commence comme ça. Ça commence comme ça. C'est là, il y en a un qui passe, il fait une vidéo, il voit, il la met sur YouTube, sur un réseau social. Et voilà. Et demain, il va retourner dans sa ville, il va DJ quelque part d'autre, il va dire « Ah, j'ai DJ à Ibiza ». Alors, quelque part dans le monde, en Italie, en Allemagne, en France. Ah ouais, et pam, 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 pam.
Jonathan will be paid €80 for his 3-hour set. It's barely enough to pay for his room, but he doesn't care. Tonight he is launching his dream of mixing in DJ Mecca.
Comment tu te sens là, Jonathan?
Bien, très très bien. Parfait. C'est parfait, il fait bon. Il y a beaucoup de monde qui passe. Le son il est pas mal. Les gens ils passent de c'est parfait, c'est bien. Très bien.
It's midnight and Ibiza town is teeming. It is estimated that approximately 35,000 tourists go out to party every night in Ibiza. The clubs compete to attract tourists. There are girls handing out flyers, enigmatic dancers performing in the middle of the street, and even processions of half-naked people. It's a normal night in Ibiza. Bob Sinclair also has a professional team of promoters.
We are promoting and inviting everybody to dance the last party of Bob Sinclair at Ibiza.
And for tonight's event, The French DJ is bringing his A-game.
Oh, tu vois, je viens pas les mains vides. Hein.
Ça, c'est l'équipe qui t'accompagne sur...
Eh oui, c'est l'équipe qui vient de moi sur scène ce soir, tu vas voir, c'est la...
Discret, passe-partout.
Toujours discret, tu vois, mais vraiment simple, hein. Tu vois, pas du tout extravagant, rien du tout, vraiment la simplicité.
Bob Sinclair will be mixing at Heart, a nightclub located in Ibiza town.
Ça va? Donc ce soir, c'est Art, Electrico, Romantico. Vous avez filmé l'entrée ou pas? T'as vu un peu le...
Montre-le à nous.
On est à Las Vegas, là. On est à Las Vegas, là. Viens voir, viens voir. Regarde. Non, là, c'est Lynn Renault dans les années 50, 60, là, à Las Vegas. Hein. Là, je suis en revue. Voilà, je passe en revue.
The four French girls are also out for the night. Alex is a fan of Bob Sinclair.
Du coup, ça sent bon. Ça sent bon la soirée.
It's her first time at one of his live shows. Inside, another DJ gets the crowd excited for the first half of the night. Bob and his team of dancers are set to go on stage at 2 a.m.
Je vais arriver et d'un coup, 25 performeurs avec moi, donc il y a un tableau musical qui arrive qui est extraordinaire. Donc, on fait le show, tu vois, c'est important. Make some noise for the girls! Make some noise for the boys! Make some noise for the lady boys! Come on!
The four French friends discover the key to success in the Ibizan clubs. A party organised as an entire show on its own. A completely unique, sexy and unforgettable experience. The show is over 3 hours long, with no breaks. At 5 a.m. Bob Sinclair finally steps away from his turntables, extremely pleased with the number of clubbers who showed up for his event. It's the perfect time for Alex to get a selfie with her Bobby.
Ça y est, j'ai la photo. J'ai un Bobby.
Vous avez les mêmes œufs, c'est trop mignon.
Ouais. Maintenant, on peut aller dormir.
Bob, c'est quoi le programme après?
Voilà dodo, hein. Non, attends. Faut pas pousser quand même. Hein. Jamais d'after.
Pas d'after?
Ah non, l'after c'est dans mon lit. Peut-être une petite tarte aux pommes.
Pas de drogue, pas d'after?
Une petite tarte aux pommes, une petite verveine peut-être. Hein, une petite verveine au lit.
It's 5 a.m. and the DJs are yawning. 5 a.m. and a new day is dawning. For Pascal, it's the perfect time to head to Esvedra, the mysterious rock formation just off the coast of the island. He reveres this place.
Oh. La porte du ciel.
Pascal comes here regularly to reflect.
Vedra m'a appelé.
C'est ça qui a changé ta vie aujourd'hui si tu vis dans...
Si je suis encore à Ibiza, c'est à cause de lui.
Legend has it that this rock formation is one of the most powerful energetic centers in the universe.
Pourquoi Ibiza a ce succès hallucinant? Que c'est l'île du monde en ce moment. Tout le monde. Plus t'es blindé, plus tu veux construire un palais à Ibiza. Tout le monde. Et il y a une raison.
Et la raison, c'est Esvedra.
Claro.
C'est ça qui attirait les gens sans qu'ils le sachent.
Je pense. Ils sont sensibles à cette énergie qu'ils reçoivent, mais ils savent pas d'où. Ils ne connaissent pas la clé. La clé, elle est là.
Could Esvedra truly be the key to Ibiza's success? A mystical rock formation that, over the course of 60 years, has transformed one of the Mediterranean's poorest islands into a legendary destination for clubbers from all over the world.